So here's the thing, though, in terms of you've built this up for your life, and you're dating like very attractive women. How is it now in terms of overcoming jealousy? Because all of my friends I know who date like models, there's always that issue of what if the celebrity DMs or what if the athlete DMs or if you take her to a basketball game.
You know what I mean? You
Oh,
go
have you
to the
seen that
bathroom.
video? You saw that video where the guy was like, "Say, I send the ball boy
Yo,
to
I
go pick
love
the
it.
girl up. I got your girl's number. If you go to the
Yeah,
bathroom and your girl's
yeah,
fine in the
yeah.
100 section, I'm gonna send the ball boy to get your fucking number, and I'm in your
I
girl's
saw
DMs,
that. Yeah,
bro." So the thing for me is, I'm in a relationship now, and I'm happy. But I also enjoyed dating when I was single, and I'm one of the very few men at 46 years old. I love nightclubs. I still love them. I
yeah.
speak nightclub. If you go to a nightclub with me, I just solve the nightclub. To me is like a puzzle to solve, and I solve the puzzle. And at the end of the puzzle, I'm standing on stage with the DJ. I just know how to solve the puzzle, and I don't spend money in nightclubs. There's just for me, I enjoy the going out and getting. It's like the hunter likes to eat the food, but he also likes the hunt. Because I enjoy the hunt so much, and because I'm so good at it, if things didn't work out between my girlfriend and I know how to replicate this experience and find someone else, and it would be fun. It would be very disappointing for me and my relationship to end because I love my girlfriend. But if it didn't work out, I also know how. Same thing. If MOA didn't work out, I know how to build a sales funnel. I know, like I've learned so many skills from helping to manage the sales team, helping to build a sales funnel, and helping to determine strategy for the business, that I know that I could start another business. Does that make sense? So the answer is rule number 3 in MOA. The answer is always abundance. The answer is always abundance. So if you have a great deal of abundance, and like if you're dating a 10, this is something Mac and Murphy talked about this, and he's a really smart sex researcher he specializes in the art of cheating. He talks about cheating. I disagree with some of the things he says, but this one, he's absolutely right on this. He talks about when men go after women that are way out of their league, they're far more likely to get cheated on. This is absolutely true. It definitely is true.
Really?
But for men, yes. But for men in their league, like in order to get in their league, you can do things to get in her league. You can do things to improve to get in her league, right?
Yeah.
Go look at before and after photos of like, what's his face? David De Las Morenas, How to Beast. Dude, I saw a before picture of How to Beast, and like how he looks now. It's so crazy. Adolfo Tex, the dude put on 45 pounds of muscle, or no more than that. He put on 50 pounds of muscle. He went from 130 to 135 to 185, just all muscle. What's happened is if he was dating a 10, he's becoming a 10. He's determined. He's not even 6 feet tall. Like neither of those guys are. And they're just killing. They're beautiful girlfriends. Like they're killing it. Why is that? Because they can change how the world perceives them. Or especially how females perceive them. That's something that they have the ability to do. And the number one way to do that is through body fat. The number 2 way to do that is through a proper grooming and hygiene. And the number 3 way to do that is through your physical style. Do you wear shirts that fit you correctly, right? Do you wear shirts that give you a V taper can you wear a suit that makes you look nice? Like, things like that. There are ways of looks maxing that absolutely, skin routine, hair routine. I interviewed Alex Costa, and he's got me now. I'm washing my face with a super fucking bougie ass cleanser twice a day. I would have never been doing this shit before. Dude, I don't know if you can tell. There's beard oil in my beard. What the fuck is beard oil? Like, I didn't even know what this shit was.
No,
and I'm friends
beard
with
oil is that's very much important for black men.
I'm friends
makes
with
a difference.
I'm friends with Bulzarian, and I was telling Dan, I was like, Dan, you need to sell beard oil. If you sold beard oil, I would probably, maybe Ignite sells beard oil, and I'm not aware, but like he could make a killing off that shit. This shit is itchy as hell. But like you just learn these, you just learn these little tricks for like looks maxing. There's these things that you can do. Now, there's another study, Stephen, that shows that if you date less attractive women, they're also more likely to cheat on you. It's a little different. So like if you're an attractive man and you date a woman who's like significantly less attractive, for some reason, those women are more likely to cheat. But if you're a less attractive man, so basically wherever there's a big mismatch, you're going to get cheating because the other partner is going to have more options to walk away. The thing is with women, by default, they have more options than men do. Just by default, they do. So what do you do as a man? If you have enough abundance, it's one of these weird things. Is like you having enough abundance protects you emotionally, but it also makes you more attractive. Like you being a man that other women find attractive, it actually mentally sort of gives you sort of this, like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, a safety net.
Mhm.
right? Like if you broke up with your girlfriend, you could find another girlfriend. There's a mental safety net in there. But also that mental the belief of that from your partner makes you more attractive to her.
Mm.
That's why rule number 3 in MOA is abundance is almost always the answer. Unless you have a heroin addiction or a porn addiction, abundance is the answer.
Hey man, it's funny. I was seeing there's these two girls out there, these twins on Instagram, right? And they just started blowing up, and their boyfriends are like their boyfriends from high school, and everybody have been commenting like, yo, they're gonna leave their boyfriends, man.
Of course.
And they're like, oh, I'm staying with my man. I'm, the fame doesn't matter. One of them hit 1 million followers on Instagram, and by the end of this year, she's like, oh, I'm single. And
Of course.
everybody's like, yo.
Of course.
The amount of athletes and like rappers in her DMs was like it was inevitable. It
Of
sucks,
course.
but I mean, it's just the way it's just how it is, man.
Take your credit
Makes
card out
sense.
and you charge it to the game. You
Yeah,
ching,
yeah.
just charge it to the game. Because
It's
the
the
game,
same.
let me tell you something. Some dude is going to lose his girl to you and he's going to need to charge it to the game. It's just the way the world works, man.
Yeah,
The way the world works.
it is what it is. It is what it is. But all right, Mike, I think you have answered. By the way, wait, what about like people in the Caribbean that want to be a part of your performance coaching thing? Or people in
Absolutely.
the Caribbean or Latin America?
Bro, not only can they be part of my performance coaching thing, I'm in the grill every fucking, and I'm in Hanover every September. Like it just
Yeah,
come, we could do a meetup.
Paradise
Paradise
Challenge.
Challenge.
Yeah.
So yeah, just I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, there's no issue for that. Just go to moamentoring.com. And by the way, if you're not ready to join, just hit me up and I'll put you on our free school server. It's skool.com/men of action free. There's a hyphen in between each word. So it's men -of action. But if you look that up, school.com/men of action free, you can join our free school server or just write me on Instagram and I'll give you the link to that. But yeah, man, that's the best way. If somebody wants to get in touch and check us out, you do have to schedule a call and then go through the different options for pricing and then figure out if this is for you. And if it's not for you, there's a ton of free stuff. Obviously, I do the podcast every day. We're doing Access Vegas twice this month.
Okay.
I have a free Monday call that I do where I actually do coaching. I do my regular MOA coaching, but I do it for free on YouTube.
Yeah, that call is awesome. I'm gonna plug that. It's a good call for men that are interested in it, man. I gotta say, Mike, as I said, I've been in this shit for years, man. The thing that always held me back was just like the pricing. It was always kind of like, man, this is expensive. But I think you still.
We're aware, and that's why, like, at some point, we're gonna try to do something about that, like have something for everyone. But yeah, the majority of our clients are North American or European because of that. We don't have a lot of Indian. Like I have like 2 Indian clients. Let me say this again. I have 100 Indian clients, but like Indian clients who live in India, I have like 2. I have a ton of Brazilian clients, but I just don't have any Brazilian clients who live in Brazil. I have Brazilian clients who live in the United States and make a lot of money. That's the difference.
Oh, I remember you were saying something about passport bros because it's funny.
Yeah.
As I said, man, I've grown up in the Caribbean, so I see it so many times. I see these like old white men they come to the beach and they bring these young girls. And as a native, someone that, well, I mean, I'm dual citizenship. I'm American and Jamaican. But like, you see it and you're like, oh, that's kind of nasty. But then you understand when you've lived in foreign countries, you understand there's kind of a exotic factor, but a lot of it can be like fetishized. But how much of like the passport bros do you think is like genuine? Do you believe, okay, how much of the passport bro is genuine like charisma game, or is it a crutch for some men? Kind of like
I don't think for anyone it isn't a crutch. I think it's a crutch for everyone. But the thing is, like, is it wrong or right? If you are legitimately going to another country because American women are too hard for you, or they're just like you just don't see them as being quality, and you go to another country because you want to find a good woman who's been with few men and has a lot of morals and values and is going to make a good wife to you. If you legitimately are doing that, I don't have a problem with that. I don't. I think that you may be a little nearsighted or you may be a little short-sighted when it comes to that. But if that's what you're doing, I believe that's awesome. I think that's the minority of guys. I think the majority of them are going out there, and while they're on their way looking for their wife, they're going to fuck 30 or 40 prostitutes in Medellin. I think that's generally what is happening. And it's, and the reason why I know I hit a nerve is because the fucking passport bros started making videos about me. Like apparently I hit someone's nerve. No one should be allowed to be a passport bro if you're above 14% body fat.
I think it's a crutch, man. I feel like it's a crutch. Because I've heard so many guys say that like, oh, the American women are drama. Even some men here.
Dude, I know some guys who think American women are drama. They're good with American women. They slept with a lot of them, might even be married to one, and then they go to Brazil or they go to Colombia and then they fuck prostitutes. But they're not sitting there trying to pretend like they're trying to find a good woman out there.
Bro, shit. It's a cup.
Yeah. Okay, so one last question, Mike, in terms of, so I feel like you've set your goals and you've accomplished them. I remember I saw an interview with Tyler Durden, I think Owen is his real name, when he was saying that he had gotten so much accomplished and he still felt like, I remember you were talking about the happiness hypothesis, or that every man has a baseline for their happiness. Damn. How do you feel? Like, how do you feel in terms of your goals and your accomplishments? Like, are you content, or do you still feel like there's more growth?
There's room for growth, and I'm content. So both things are true. Like in a day-to-day basis, I'm happy. So when I'm at home and it's me and my animals and my girlfriend, or we're watching a movie, in that moment I am content because I know how to turn it off. That's one of the skills I've learned in my life, is like I know when it's time to work and when it's time to turn it off. And because I've been able to delineate the two, that made me much happier person. When we're working, I want better. I want more. I'm like Caleb in the Old Testament. Like I want the big grapes. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. Caleb, who was with Moses, when we were like talking about going to kill the Canaanites, he's like, no, man, those people had milk, the land and milk and honey. That's the shit we want right there. That was me. I'm ambitious. I'm ambitious. And so when it comes to that, when it's work mode, then you're right. I'm not satisfied. I'm also happy. I'm very happy accomplishing those goals. When it's fun home mode, I'm also satisfied, but in a different way. Make sense?
Yeah, no, what you're saying makes sense. Okay, cool. Okay, you're a Christian? Like you believe in God, or is it like, or
I do. I do not believe in a strict interpretation of the Old Testament, but I am. But yeah, I believe in God. I just don't think the earth was created in 7 days. I think that's a metaphor.
Oh, okay, man. Yeah,
stuff
you
like
have to believe in everything, but I'm just curious.
I don't think when women go on their period, we need to cast them out to the edge of the city, like the shit like that. Like I don't think that God literally told the Israelites to go kill the Jezebites, the Amalekites, and the Canaanites. I don't think, and then rape their women. I don't believe God told them that. I think it's kind of a cope. But some of the other stuff I do believe. Yeah.